opportunity to join this competition. We are from AE3A, and I'm Angel.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jerry.
I'm Ruby.
I'm Amy.
Our topic is cyberbullying.
This is our outline.
Do you think my new hair looks good?
It's so ugly, you look like a dickhead.
Can you not hurt our eyes?
It's too ridiculous.
Do you think the conversation above is a kind of cyberbullying?
Yes.
Yes, you are smart. That is cyberbullying. Method. Data collection employ literature search using Google Scholar. The focus of the literature is about cyberbullying. The criteria of the literature search is to select academic journals and articles published after 2014. Besides, the credibility of articles and journals is taken into our consideration while studying.
Introduction. Because of the development of science and technology, the internet has brought benefits and disadvantages. Benefits makes people communicate more convenient, and while we enjoy the convenience, it has also caused many differences. However, cyberbullying occurs for no certain reasons. Any factor can lead to it. Cyberbullying is very similar to traditional bullying. That is, the bullying behavior from traditional face-to-face has turned into other media forms, such as similar videos, photos, and text. Cyberbullying is very similar. Cyberbullying has been a long-standing issue in the society. Despite the government's efforts to promote anti-cyberbullying, it still exists.
Definition. The bullying behavior evoked from modern internet technology is called cyberbullying, also known as electronic bullying, SMS bullying, digital bullying, or online bullying. Cyberbullying, whether it's embarrassing image posting, threats, personal attack, or the words of sexual suggestion, will cause mental injury to the bully. In addition, the characteristics of the internet world, such as pass message from one person to 10 and difficulty to control the way of transmission, greatly enhance the lethality of bullying.
Behavior of cyberbullying. These are the common behaviors of cyberbullying. Online text, harassment, and dirty messages. Online text is discriminatory jokes and severe criticism. Harassment is a kind of photo that has been publicly circulated and falsely edited. Dirty message is the kind of harassment that can be directly sent to victims by using SMS and other ways.
The internet allows people who don't know each other to communicate freely, especially in chat rooms and blogs. So that bullying can also happen in unfamiliar groups. The most places where bullying happens are online games, 54.8%, and Facebook and blog, 32.3%, and the last one is club, 29%. We found that the more people use the internet platform, the more vulnerable they are to cyberbullying.
Cases. The following 2 points are the cases of people victimized by cyberbullying. The first case is Tyler Clementi. Born in New Jersey, USA, is a violin genius. One day, 2 Tyler's roommates installed a webcam in the room where he was staying. They secretly photographed a picture of him kissing a man and then exposed the images through the internet, allowing the netizens to laugh. As a result, Tyler had the idea of committing suicide. Unfortunately, he dropped off from the George Washington Bridge under the age of 19. The second case is Dolly, who used to be a child model of the Australian husband, being overwhelmed by cyberbullying. Dolly's father stated that she suffered from cyberbullying during her lifetime. At that time, after becoming famous because of the advertisement, Dolly received too many people's attention because people are not used to her suddenly becoming famous. So they started to attack her. Therefore, she committed suicide and ended her life at the age of 14.
Impact. Because of the terrible power of cyberbullying, the lethality to the victims should not be underestimated. The following are the common impacts on victims. First, mental stuff. The comments on the internet cause fear, tension, anxiety, sadness, and the victims don't believe anyone. Second, mental illness. It will make people feel depression and bipolar disorder. Third, physiological disorder. It will make people feel headache, insomnia, mania, anorexia, and bulimia. The next one is behavioral change. It will let normal people change their behavior, such as interpersonal alienation, retaliation, and self-deprecation. Solution. When someone is subjected to cyberbullying, it is not appropriate to immediately fight back. You should call teachers, friends, and families to find the best solution. You can take the following measures. First, report to the network management department and the department will delete those inappropriate comments. Second, try to communicate with the other person and understand that you are uncomfortable expressing yourself. The next one is ask the other party to stop bullying and remove negative content related to the network.
Conclusion. In summary, our research results show that cyberbullying can really hurt a person. A minor degree can lead to a person's psychological trauma or depression, and a serious one may lead to an uncomfortable situation such as suicide. So once you find that you or the people around you are bullied by the internet, you must speak up or ask for help. So we all need to face the cyberbullying together. If we don't face it, more and more people will be hurt. This is our reference. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. It's very meaningful to discuss this issue concerning especially many young people. My question is that you only included literature or information materials from after 2014. Can you explain why 2014 is the cut-off point? Thank you.
Because the information after 2014 is more impression and fewer, so that many people can know it after we do the project. Thank you.
In that case, you must have some kind of table to compare. Why you say that after the year 2014, the case is more important or more harmful or anything compared to those happened before 2014. You need to do a comparison. Then you set conclusion, you say, yes, this is the year when we start our research. So we just cannot say that it's more important, it has more cases than the years before. We need also to keep the figures or statistic numbers from the years before 2014. So we cannot say that. Thank you. And mine is that you have some kind of number 2, relevance to the course, to the courses. What does it mean? Literature review? Literature review is that we read so many papers, all concerning about cyberbullying. You read newspapers, you read journal paper, you read documentary, you watch the movie. There are so many cases that we put together. So these are the literature review. And also there are some research already put their focus on this, how serious that it is now compared to 10 years ago, because nowadays the internet is so popular. So this we call the literature review, that read some reports, some findings, some papers, some journal, all report to the same thing. So we call this literature review. But we put a different name for relevance to the course. So I don't understand what does it mean for you. Okay? So if it's really related to literature review, then change the title into literature review. Okay? And this is also the name or the format required by the 5 chapters. Then you have the finding discussion. Usually when you put the title, you don't have a slash between findings and discussions. Usually say finding and discussion, not slash. Use word. Okay. After this, you have the definition of the cyberbullying. Usually when we say definition, that you should put in chapter 1. Chapter 1, you give the background, you give the brief history, you give the issue, you give your motivation why you want to do the research, you give your question, research question. Then at the end of chapter 1, you have the definition, okay, how it is said. Sometimes this one, sometimes you also can put something more in the previous section because this is your research. But in the definition, you give some precise definition here to reinforce your focus. So definition of cyberbullying shouldn't put as the first section under finding and discussion. So move it up to the chapter 1. And you have types of bullying. I haven't got enough time to read carefully line by line. But from the title and put it, types of cyberbullying, behavior of cyberbullying, cases of cyberbullying, impact of cyberbullying. Up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be in the chapter of literature review. Because somebody already did the research and they already classified. So you would do it. Then in the finding discussion, you say that for this case, how many percentage? And this percentage mainly from male to female, or female to female, or female to male, okay, and a certain age group. And whether they are students or a social worker or they are blah, 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 blah. You have the different numbers from your finding. So you put here. So you can repeat types of cyberbullying, the result of types of cyberbullying. Okay, so here the definition. Here is the number that we found from your research. Okay. But the title is put in the discussion, sometimes misleading. Okay. So that's my suggestion. And also follow the style, manual style. It's APA, blah, blah, blah. And also include a few tables to show your result. So that's my few questions.
Thank you for your suggestion.
Okay, good job. So here the name is cyberbullying, but I think the cases that you search for are mostly celebrities and they're all from around the world. Okay, so it seems a bit broad, the name cyberbullying. Okay, no further questions? Thank you.
Thank you.